And the last matchup, looks like my iPad is back. Last matchup is Standing O against Monstarz. Standing O has the longest win streak, I think. So he's been hot for a while. And Monstarz, just trying to crawl back up, brother. Just trying to crawl back up. One game under 500 for him. Standing O trying to put himself in a situation here where he can try to go get a bye. Starting to get sleepy. All right, anywho, quarterbacks. Props to Monstarz for going with J.J. McCarthy. I could see the vision. You know what I'm saying? Ravens defense prior to, the bye and then kind of Lamar getting hurt and all that were pretty much ass, right? Let's call it spade a spade. So, and with the game that he had last year against the Lions, you think at home, he can move, he can wiggle, he can probably get himself to a decent number. I mean, you're kind of disappointed with the 16, honestly, from him. You probably thought that he was going to hover, somewhere in the mid-20s is what I would assume that, Monstarz probably thought. He said, yeah, he'll get me to mid-20s with the rushing and all that. So, 16 from McCarthy, not great. But Matthew Stafford, I mean, I've given him so much praise, and I mean, I guess we'll continue to do it, right? Just because, damn, dude, he's just fucking doing it, man. I guess, adding Devontae Adams is really like the difference here in his play, bro. Like, he's just finding dudes. They know that when they get close to that red zone area, that he's looking for Devontae Adams, and it's opening up dudes. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing it to like the second, third tight end. Puka's getting a touchdown. Kyron's getting a touchdown. Devontae Adams getting a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Everybody's getting touchdowns from Matthew Stafford. All right, cool. Running back. One note with the performance, which is Travis Etienne. He had 14 points even against a tough matchup in the Texans. So I guess that's something to feel good about. If I'm a Monstarz. Obviously, tough break with James Cook not getting the game that you expect. But then to note on the other side for 305, I'm not to call him, Standing O is that looks like JK is going to be out for a little bit. It looks like they might even put him on IR for like 4 weeks. So that would be, we're on this was week 10. So I mean, that would take him right onto like the end of the fantasy regular season. So if I'm Standing on, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I can get a bye and try to dodge some of this shit so I can get JK back for the push. Okay, cool. Wide receivers. This is where Standing O kind of really separated himself. The wide receivers is his calling card, and that's where he has the big names. So Ladd McConkey, 23 points from him, and then Devontae Adams mentioned staff, so he has the Stackalicious, 16 points. So very nice there. Both tight ends did work here. Wow, 19 for George Kittle and 17 for Jawan Johnson. Nice pickup from the free agency land. So you're able to GM some shit. Fire. Running backs of note, my boy went double tight end, so he put Njoku out there, and Njoku was right under 10 points, but on the flexes for Monstarz is where he was able to make up a little bit of ground with 10 points from Jaylen Warren. So Jaylen Warren in a plus matchup, I think, 10 points, whatever. And then Tez Johnson with the 2 delicious garbage time touchdowns. Yum, 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 garbage. 18 points from him. Kicker, Tyler Loop. Boy got Tyler Loop, huh? 14 points there, good shit. And then nothing to know with the defenses. But just, Standing O just got enough, man. 136 to 110. Unfortunately for Monstarz, some bye weeks really affected him. Not having Rashi and Mahomes, which would probably make this game a lot different, or at least a little bit closer, right? From the 26 spread. But Standing O 7-3 and Monstarz 4-6. So week 11, right around the corner. I think what I gotta check. I think the trade deadline is at the end of November. I just gotta double check. I know most leagues is this week, but I pushed it back. I've had it set up like that for years now. So we still got a couple of weeks basically to say to make some moves before the dance. So do what you gotta do, boys, and we'll see each other in week 11.